presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for an electrifying Wildcat Game Day. Powered by our incredible sponsors. Watermark Auto Group. John A. Logan College. Black Diamond Harley Davidson. Moreland-Bishop McDonalds. Deaconess, Illinois Medical Center. Anderson's Furniture and Mattress. Chick-Fil-A of Marion. The Hub Recreation Center. Legence Bank. Kemper CPA Group. Banterra Bank. The Illinois Army National Guard. The Bank of Herrin. SIU Credit Union. State Farm Kenya Garner. SouthernTrust Bank. Wellness Unlimited. First Southern Bank. Clark Natural Stone LLC. Wit Wisdom. The Print Shop at Pieces of Learning. Anderson Boys Trash Service. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Marion Plumbing LLC. Urology Institute.
It's a rivalry game tonight in Wilson Gym as the second part of our two-part doubleheader is about to get underway. It's the boys version now. It's the Marion Wildcats and the Herrin Tigers, and Williamson County bragging rights on the line tonight as these two teams, both having very good seasons, will square off for the lone time in the regular season tonight. Alongside Bill Swinford, I'm Riley Swinford. Ross Swinford on the controls to my right. The Marion Wildcats coming off a win over Waltonville last night. The Herrin Tigers coming off a win over Carterville last night. These two teams, though, had this game on their schedule this weekend circled as a chance to face two of their oldest rivals tonight, as we don't know what the future of the Marion-Herrin football rivalry holds, as Marion announced a week 1 game with Carterville starting next season. And these two teams no longer play multiple times in the regular season for basketball. At one point, between the Pyramid Tournament, the Carbondale Holiday Tournament, Midwinter Tournaments, these teams used to play maybe 3-4 times over the course of a regular season. But this is their lone crack at each other tonight. And these two teams have definitely traveled well as the fan bases are out in full force. The Marion Maniacs in full white under the basket, where Herrin's warming up right now. Herrin's brought its student body in black under the basket, where Marion's warming up right now. A near capacity crowd here for this game. This is our Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show. We'll be back to set the table for this matchup when we come back. This is the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself. At Watermark Ford Hyundai, or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what John A. Logan does for you.
Three hospitals, one shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
Go Wildcats.
Oasis Home Center is Southern Illinois' premier showcase for the largest selection of the best appliances, flooring, cabinets, and more. Visit Oasis Home Center, where inspiration meets unbeatable value. Explore our showroom and discover why we're the region's trusted choice for home upgrades. The Oasis experts offer up to 4 years interest-free financing and no money down options on the area's greatest choice of manufacturers. Oasis Home Center in Marion. Online anytime at oasishomecenter.world.
We're back here live at Wilson Gym. Excitement's mounting. We're 5 minutes away from tip-off. Lots of energy in this gym. Fans from both teams on their feet. A near-capacity crowd filing in. The Wildcats and Tigers are amped up. And, Dad, if you cannot get yourself ready to play in a game like this, you're in the wrong business.
That's right. But this is what it's all about. And, of course, for decades and decades, the Marion-Herrin rivalry has drawn big crowds. Usually doesn't even depend on how the team's doing the rest of the season. These Marion-Herrin games are huge, and as you said, circled on that schedule. They don't play each other very often anymore, but when they do, it's a lot of fun. And earlier you were remembering going back to that regional final right before the COVID shutdown when Marion knocked off Herrin right here at Cuss Wilson. And this reminds me a lot of it with the big Herrin visiting student section on
sure.
one end, Marion on the other.
And similar to that game, we'll go ahead and note it. In that game, you had the former Tiger turned Wildcat Jackson Connor. Tonight, it is flipped as a former Wildcat starter a year ago, Jared Staple Jr. will suit up for the Tigers. So an interesting dynamic tonight. You know, the Maniacs are aware of that.
And he's had a good season for the Tigers.
We were just talking about, and we know well in our family, when you grow up in one town, you flip your allegiance to another town.
Yeah, when I grew up.
It's one thing to do it while you're in high school, actively in the rivalry.
Yeah, well, that's true. I grew up in Herrin. I've got memories even of these warm-up pants the Herrin Tigers are wearing. It goes back to the Jeff Ferguson days in Herrin, and I love that. Sailor Shirts has brought those back, brings back memories, but then I have so many memories tied to watching you guys grow up playing for the Wildcats, and so I'm definitely torn right down the middle here, even though I'm sitting here wearing my Marion basketball warm-up windbreaker that was bought for me in Herrin, I'm told, by a family member, but yeah, you know, it's always been a rivalry, but in some ways it's the two towns have an improved relationship. We know the mayors get along. We know how much Mayor Fertini likes to work with some of the Herrin or the Marion leaders over here, vice versa.
There's collaboration between the two chambers of commerce and so forth. And the thing that I think makes it special is, even though both of these towns in the last 20 years have built new high schools, they built the new high schools around the gyms. So these are still, even though there have been updates to the gyms, these are still the same gyms that many of these older fans in attendance, whether you're at Memorial Gym in Herrin or Wilson Gym here in Marion, where so many of the chapters of these rivalries have taken place. So that makes it even more special, unlike Centralia and Mount Vernon, for example. Both of those schools built new high schools and built new gyms along with it. Chagnon and Trout are still the names, but it's not the same four walls. Here at Marion and over at Herrin, it is the same.
Well, yeah, Herrin's gym goes back to late 40s, early 50s. Marion's gym just goes back to the 70s, but you know, we're pushing 5 decades. Even there, we still think of Marion's gym as being a newer gym, but it's been around for a long time. And yeah, most of these folks here remember this as being their high school gym too. So yeah, this is a place to make another good memory tonight. Whoever comes away with this win, and both teams are perfectly capable of winning this game. Whatever happens here, it's going to add to the storied rivalry between the Tigers and the Wildcats.
Herrin comes into play 19-4 overall, 5-0. They beat Carterville last night for the 4th time this season. 4 of their 19 wins are over the Carterville Lions. Marion has not played Carterville this season. There are very few common opponents between these two schools, but you can throw all the records out the window when these two teams meet up. Marion, of course, defeated Waltonville last night. We were live for that game. Marion is 16-4, so you've got 19-4 versus 16-4, and two teams that you want to win a lot of games over the course of the season, but if you can win this one, it just means a little bit more. That has been our Moreland-Bishop McDonalds pregame show. We'll take a break. We'll be back for the starting lineups right after this. This is the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day.
It's the Mattress Mania sale going on now at Anderson's family of stores. For 1 week only, all bedding is on sale. Plus, get same-day delivery on most mattresses, a 90-day sleep guarantee, and up to 5 years interest-free financing. So you can rest assured you have the perfect mattress no matter what. From the Mattress Mania sale, going on now at Anderson's family of stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress, home of the savings giant.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard gives me a lot of opportunities. I have the ability to serve close to home, wherever that may be in the volunteer state. It also provides tuition benefits, making it possible to get the education I've always wanted. And since my service is part-time, I can pursue my dream job in the career field I choose. With part-time service in the Army National Guard, I really can have it all.
Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Hi, I'm Dr. Marty Blue. I'm a chiropractor in Marion, Illinois now, and I do dry needling and Graston technique, a lot of sports med. I just want people to be able to feel comfortable, call me, make an appointment, just love to talk to people, whatever they need. A lot of times people just say, hey, is this a chiropractic thing? And you know, most of the time it is, and if not, I'll show you where you need to go next. You know, I make it very personalized. There's no canned chiropractic. It's just, whatever you need, we'll talk about it. So just give me a call.
Hey, this is Michael Anderson, owner of Anderson Boys Trash Service. We are locally owned and operated. We are reliable and affordable. Weekly trash service. I look forward to hearing from you soon. I appreciate you, and my family appreciate the business. 618-925-1215, or you can check us out on Facebook at Anderson Boys Trash Service.
That was the national anthem by the Marion Wildcat Pep Band under the direction of Mr. Joel Kirby before the Herrin Tigers and Marion Wildcats square off tonight in this non-conference matchup. Alongside Bill Swinford, I'm Riley Swinford, Ross Swinford on the controls. This is the Swinford Media Group's Wildcat Game Day production of live Marion High School athletics. Dad, go ahead and let us know who Herrin starts tonight. They have gone with much of the same lineup for most of the season.
We mentioned Jared Staple Jr. already, the senior who transferred over from Marion this year. He's getting the starting lineup, as is Chance Estes, who's number 11. Number 15 is Maddox Billingsley. Number 21, Kyrie Lukens, who's had a great career, of course, for the Tigers. Number 33, Grady Cox. Jared Staple wearing number 1 tonight.
Marion will go with the lineup they went with last night against Waltonville, and this has been the lineup they have used for most of this season. We'll introduce that in just a moment. Herrin, of course, coached by Sailor Shirts, assisted by Quentin Smothers and Adam Harrison, along with Justin Lukens, that's Rod Shirts, his father, Hayden Holloway, and Reese Billingsley. They are managed by Rakaija Tucker Benjamin. Brandy Carnes is the bookkeeper for the Tigers, and they shut the lights off for the introduction of Marion's starting lineup, and it's the 5 seniors for Marion. Number 2, Kyan Cole, he was the star last night against Waltonville. He shot the lights out. He'll try to pick up where he left off. He had 7 3-pointers last night on his way to a career-high 31 points. Joined in double figures by Ethan Simmons, who had, 21. Kane Rogowski had 9. Reese Anthony had 3. Ray Sickey had 2, and Cam Curry had 1. It will be Rogowski, Anthony, Simmons, Cole, and Hickey for the Wildcats. Coached, of course, by Gus Gillespie, assisted by Mike Krause, Scott McKinney, Trevor Hill, and RJ Manfredo. Ryan Godisky is the athletic director. Ralph Walker is the bookkeeper. Nick DeFrank keeps the stats. Caleb Black is the manager. The Wildcats will be in their home white jerseys with Marion in cursive script across the chest, blue numbers, and gold trim. Herrin will wear their road blacks with Tigers in cursive lettering across the chest, orange numbers, and orange trim. We're just about ready for the tip-off. Let's go ahead and name our Watermark Auto Group keys to the game, and there's really just one key tonight for both of these teams, and that is control your emotions. In a rivalry game like this, with a crowd like this, there's going to be a lot of extracurricular noise, extracurricular emotions involved. It really only counts as one game on the schedule. You can't blow this up into any more than it is. It is a rivalry game, but you can't get caught up in all the distractions of this game tonight. Whoever does the best job controlling the crowd, controlling the nerves, and just settling in and playing basketball will give themselves the best chance to win. Let's go with our players to watch. For me, for Herrin, it is Kyrie Lukens, the senior, number 21. A 4-year starter. He was the MVP of the El Dorado Holiday Tournament. For Marion, I'm going to go with Kyan Cole, number 2. Fresh off the big game he had last night. Let's see if he can keep it going. It will be Cox and Simmons to jump. And the tip is controlled by Herrin, and their fan base is juiced as Lukens will walk it across and give to Jared Staple, who is guarded by Cole. 2 former teammates turned rivals tonight, and Cole is all over Staple, and Marion's bench is excited about it. They give to Billingsley, guarded by Simmons. Billingsley gets inside to Cox, powers it up, no good. Hickey gets the board, and a foul on Cox on the rebound.
Well, there you go. This is exactly what we imagined. It's electric in here. The players are going hard right from the get-go, and you may have already pointed out the fact that we're starting all seniors. That's so unusual. Every player on the court starting tonight is a senior.
For both teams?
Yeah.
Wow, yeah, I mentioned Marion, I forgot to mention Herrin.
Yeah.
10 seniors on the court, lots of experience. When you talk about the emotions and the nerves, you're not going to phase seniors as much, I should say, as you would underclassmen.
Most of them have been here before, but some of them maybe haven't quite played in this kind of atmosphere yet.
The last time these two teams met was on this court a year ago. Marion ended Herrin's season at the regional in this gym last March. Turnover Simmons, and a minute into this game, no score. The nerves kind of feeling each other out.
Simmons just stumbling a little bit there, lost control of his body for a second.
Marion Maniacs out in force tonight, and good thing we have these new headsets, Dad. I mentioned that game in the regional final back in 2020 when Jackson Conner became Marion's all-time leading scorer. We did not have these kinds of headsets. Brett Bradley and I had a really difficult time that night.
Yeah.
The last time this gym was rocking like this. This gym gets full for Cahokia Marion. Other, South 7 matchups, but it's not like this. Kyan Cole trying to pick up where he left off last night. Takes the Herrin turnover coast to coast, and both teams have a turnover a minute and a half into this game. 2-0 Marion, courtesy of Kyan Cole. They pressure Staple up at the top of the key, and he turns it over, much to the excitement of the Maniacs, and Cole finishes on the other end.
Well, Cole is picking up where he left off, isn't he?
What a weekend so far for Kyan Cole. 35 points so far this weekend. Staple with it in front of Marion's bench, his former coaching staff before he moved over to Herrin. Billingsley to try to end the early Marion onslaught. No good. Rebound, Marion.
Coach Saylor Shirts out there trying to calm his team down a little bit, just keeping it low key. Nothing to get excited about. Marion up 4-1 on 2 buckets by Kyan Cole so far. There's a turnover for Marion.
Lukens in a hurry the other way. No whistle, and they say out of bounds. Herrin's coaching staff thought he got fouled. Justin Lukens and Rod Shirts both up off the bench begging for a foul, but the referees say play on. So if that's any sign, we're going to have a physical game tonight.
Cole reached around there, happened to get all ball, but as he pulled at the ball, it kind of propelled Lukens to the ground.
And everybody's just amped up tonight.
Yeah.
Staple guarded by Cole. Over to Estes, guarded by Rogowski. They swing to Billingsley with his hair in a ponytail. Now it's Staple, thought about it, drives up over Hickey, and he scores. And he looks at the Maniacs as he puts Herrin on the board. And the Maniacs talk right back. And that's a different chapter in this rivalry when someone from one side turns to the other side, and Cole continues to push the issue on the other end as he has all 4 of Marion's points and a chance to add to it at the line.
Playing with so much confidence.
Different swagger for Kyan Cole, and like we said earlier, we're really happy for Kyan Cole. During football season, he went down with an injury. We did not know if he would have this opportunity for basketball season, but he appears to be healthy as he has looked really good the last 2 days. The Herrin student section in the face of Kyan Cole, but he calmly hit the free throw. Believe they were questioning his hairline. But he calmly knocked it down.
Hey, some of us have high foreheads. It doesn't mean we're bowling.
1 of 2, but Rogowski gets the board and tried to get it to Hickey and threw it away. 3 turnovers in the first 3 minutes for the Wildcats. Curry in for Hickey, so Marion will have a smaller lineup in. Herrin does not have a good matchup for Hickey, so Marion's going to go small, and with Curry they put the press on, and it's a turnover. Rogowski no good. Curry the follow. Simmons the follow, and a rebound controlled, tipped to Marion. 4 tries now for Marion.
Wow. Here comes Staple.
Herrin finally got their first rebound of this game.
Anthony called for the foul. Just had to slow down Staple going to the bucket.
Unofficially, the rebounds right now are 6-1 in favor of the Wildcats. Staple not shying away from the moment as he has came in ready to send a statement. We did not know how this would go. Normally in these kinds of situations, you either freeze up or you play out of your mind and feed off the adrenaline, and so far it looks like he has the adrenaline, except he missed both free throws there, and the rebound to Curry. 5-2 Marion, approach the midway point of this first quarter. Anthony to Rogowski, thought about the corner three, gets through some contact, and they call the offensive foul on Rogowski. And it was Staple who else taking the contact. And he's enjoying this villainous role he's playing here tonight.
I think Rogo got a little shot maybe to the face as he was driving there, but he ended up getting the charge call.
Staple with it the other way to Billingsley, up over Simmons and one. The Herrin fans up on their feet. Maddox Billingsley, one of the seniors in this matchup. So strong, powering through the contact. Ethan Simmons caught there trying to block the shot. And Billingsley with a chance to tie it. 5-4 Marion, make it 5-all at the 4:19 mark of this first quarter. Marion tends to do this as they did last night against Waltonville, as they did in our previous stream against Cahokia. They kind of start slow and then pull away. We'll see if there's a big surge coming in the second quarter again. Right now, these two teams are dead even.
And you can't fault the effort. You know, look at that possession just a couple of trips down the court ago where we got rebound after rebound, and their shots back up were just bouncing around 5-6 times, hitting the backboard. Couldn't get it to go. Curry hits his free throw. Callahan Roper, the junior, in the game now.
Yeah, he knows a little about this rivalry from football as he quarterbacked Marion to a season-opening win over Herrin out at Wildcat Stadium back in August. Marion up one. Cox gives Herrin the first lead for the Tigers. Herrin still has their starters in, all seniors. They will play about 7 or 8 deep. Marion has subbed Curry and Roper so far. Curry driving, flipping it up and in. The sophomore gives Marion back a 1-point lead. Now he draws the assignment of containing Staple. Staple was a starter last season for Marion and then went to the bench and kind of saw his role diminish as the season went along and didn't feel like he had a role on this team with Cole, Curry, and Anthony at the guard spots, along with Rogowski. So he moved over to Herrin, and Cole hits his 8th three of the weekend to make it 11-10. It comes the other way, and Cole gets the rebound. I thought he might pull it again. You know, he's thinking about it. Instead, he drives it, cut off, draws 2 defenders, kicks out. Roper, no. Rebound, Curry. Inside, Simmons.
Nice.
Up and in from the left block.
Nice assist there for Curry.
Lukens,
Double pass.
who has yet to score. Here is a replay courtesy of our sideline reporter, Aaron Price. That was Maddox Billingsley's hoop and the harm moments ago. Aaron Price has joined us to do some sideline reporting tonight. Marion sends Rogowski back in for Anthony, so it's Simmons, Roper, Curry, Rogowski, and Cole as Kyrie Slukins gets on the scoreboard. 13-11 now on the Watermark Auto Group scoreboard. Kyrie Slukins, a 4-year starter, one of the more accomplished varsity players in Herrin High School basketball history, and right as I say that, the Marion Maniacs chant overrated. 13-12 now the score, Marion up by 1. It's been neck and neck for the first 6 minutes of this game. Both teams trying to claim Williamson County bragging rights here tonight. Herrin definitely has Williamson County bragging rights over Carterville. They've defeated the Lions this season, Dad, 4 times.
And
I don't think there's any disputing the rivalry there this season.
And Carterville's got a good program. Of course, the Tigers, under Sailor Shirts, seemingly since his arrival, have been so far beyond Herrin traditionally on the basketball court.
Well, and they're playing up in Class 3A.
Yeah, and Herrin's, had some good seasons over the years. They've been to state a couple of times through the decades. One state back in the 50s. There's a little tradition there, but you think of Herrin, you normally think football, but man, now
It's
you
flipped
think
right now.
basketball.
Yeah, it's definitely flipped. Baseball is down in Herrin, but basketball has been their calling card. The last time Herrin played a South 7 conference foe this season, fresh off of winning the El Dorado Holiday Tournament, Mount Vernon came into Memorial Gym and embarrassed the Tigers, a 30-point win for Mount Vernon. So the Tigers want to show better tonight, stepping up playing the big boys, as they have dominated when they play within their conference, when they play the likes of the El Dorado Holiday Tournament field with teams like Vienna and Carrier Mills. But they want to show out bigger on a bigger stage tonight. And so far, so good, as they're up 14-13 and they come the other way. Lukens got the screen from Cox. Gives it to Grady. He'll shoot the 3. Starts at center, but he can't step out. That time, not an indication as he airballed it. And as we approach the 1-minute mark, the Tigers hold a 1-point lead. Cole cut off to Simmons, guarded by Falkenberry, who just checked in. Cole, the hot hand. Heat check that time.
Yeah, that's a tough one when you're facing another student section to have the hot hand and then go cold on you like that. But both teams plenty of weapons to throw at each other tonight. Thought we had a timeout, but we're staying in there.
We just saw the replay of Grady Cox's basket underneath for Herrin moments ago. Just some subs as Jared Stacy's checked in. He's started to play a little bit bigger role for the Wildcats. Number 20 there in white. Another senior for the Wildcats. Now Rogowski wants the assignment of guarding Staple. Herrin has Falkenberry, Billingsley, Lukens, Cox, and Staple Jr. in the game. Falkenberry shot fake Curry out of his shoes, and then a pass to Cox inside, and Grady Cox has looked good in the opening 8 minutes, as Cox has 6 and Herrin has a 3-point lead as the first quarter begins to wind down. Looks like Marion might play for 1. They try to get Rogowski on the backdoor. Play is not open. 10 seconds now, and an illegal screen whistled on Marion. I think they got Hickey, who did not come set on his screen, and Marion trying to hold for 1, instead turns it over. Unofficially, the 4th turnover on Marion this quarter will allow Herrin a chance to add to its lead before the quarter winds down. Stacy in for his defense to guard Lukens. Lukens gets past all of the Marion defense and draws a foul, as Lukens made something out of nothing and drew the foul on Curry. That's his first foul. And with 3.2 seconds left in the first quarter, Kyrie Lukens is at the line, where he is 2 for 2 tonight. make it 3 for 3, and Rajon Price, the big fellow, will come in for the first time. He'll give Cox a well-deserved blow. He gets a nice round of applause from the Herrin crowd behind the Herrin bench on the far side. Rajon Price, another senior for the Tigers. Lukens makes another one, so he is perfect 4 for 4 now at the line. Can't foul him. Rogowski at the quarter break, no good. And after 1 quarter of play, it's the Herrin Tigers coming into Wilson Gym and claiming an 18-13 lead. It'll be Marion ball when we come back. It's a rivalry game, and it's a good one here from the Marion Star.
Since 1999, Clark Natural Stone is a family-owned business that strives to not only offer you the best selection of rock and mulch in the country, but also provide you with the best service. Clark Natural Stone Slinger Truck is a great option when you need rock, sand, or gravel placed in an area not easily accessible to a conventional dump bed. To schedule your delivery or to ask any questions, call 618-997-3889 or visit our website, clarknaturalstone.com.
It's a place to work hard, to learn, and to grow. It's a place to relieve stress and unwind. It's a place to have fun and enjoy time together. It's a place to be in your own space, to work out alongside friends, or to be part of a bigger community.
The Hub is the place where you belong.
Visit thehubmarion.com for more info.
Riley Swinford alongside Bill Swinford and about 3,000 loud fans here at Wilson Gym as we start the second quarter. Herrin out to an 18-13 lead. Missed shot by Simmons to start the quarter and a run out for Staple into the Marion Maniacs, and some catching up between the old friends there after the play as Staple and some of the Marion Maniacs exchanged some words. Billingsley on the inbounds. Gets a screen from Cox. Draws the mismatch as Marion has Hickey on Billingsley. Billingsley takes it right at him. And a travel.
You know, we saw Ethan Simmons miss 3 just his last time down. He's missed a couple now. I think he's key tonight. I think Marion's going to need somebody like Simmons to step up and hit some of those open outside shots. So much emotion, so much good guard play going on. But you gotta be able to shoot the ball, and Kyan Cole now with 10 on the night.
What a weekend he's having. Now 41 points this weekend for Kyan Cole. Cox missed it, Simmons the board. Rogowski thought about it, he's yet to score. Now he drives right at Cox, left-hand layup doesn't go, rebound Cox. They get it to Lukens. Schertz calls out the play. Herrin holding on to a 3-point lead early. Neither team has led by more than 5. Lukens drew the double team, found Estes, now gets it back. Long 3, no. Rebound comes to Cole. 2-on-2 the other way. Cole. They say he was blocked. Marion thought otherwise. Rebound comes last touched by Herrin. Marion basketball.
Some very athletic plays being made in mid-air, and in some cases they look like fouls, but they're not. They're clean blocks happening as these guys are flying parallel to each other through the air.
Hickey with it. He's not a threat from out there. He's got to get rid of it. He finds Anthony on the Marion end between the circles. Now it's Cole on the right wing. Cut off by Lukens, finds Simmons, cutting for the flush! That gets the Marion fans fired up as Ethan Simmons, who's had a couple dunks in the last couple streams we've broadcast. He was our play of the game last night, and there's a candidate again tonight. Now he gets a rebound on the other end.
He wants it.
Takes it right at Billingsley. Rebound Hickey.
There
Up
we go.
for two and the foul.
Everybody getting in on the act right now.
Marion has a big advantage on the boards. I have them out rebounding Herrin by 10 right now. Herrin will use a timeout as they feel the momentum shifting to the Wildcats. We'll have Hickey at the line when we return. This is the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day production of live Marion High School basketball.
Welcome to Wit Wisdom, located at 202 North Market in downtown Marion, Illinois. We're open Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5. Stop in and check out our spirit wear, custom tees, embroidery services, and more, all in a historical boutique setting. Check us out anytime online at www.witandwisdomstore.com.
Hickey missed the free throw out of the break, but the rebound last touch by Herrin.
We did it this way.
Anthony will inbound under the basket. Marion up one now, 19-18, thanks to the big surge, led by the Ethan Simmons dunk. The out-of-bounds play falls apart, but Anthony gets an open three. Rebound tip comes to Cole as Marion continues to out-rebound the Tigers.
Good senior play there by Cole, getting the rebound, tip to him, and he just brought it back out and reset things.
Curry cut off, outside Simmons, shot fake, 18-footer, no, rebound Cox. Here comes Lukens the other way. Pushes out past Anthony, and they get Anthony on the bump. Here's another replay courtesy of Aaron Price. And it's the Ethan Simmons flush, and that's a candidate for our Black Diamond Harley Davidson thrilling moment of the game. And then there's the big basket and the foul for Race Hickey, thanks to Aaron Price and Franklin Williamson County, or excuse me, Saline Williamson County FCA sponsor Austin Dixon for sponsoring those replays. Jared Stacy, I should say. Jared Staple had the ball for Herrin. Jared Stacy got the run out there for Marion to make it a three-point game. Then he has good defense on Lukens the other way. Jared Stacy making his presence known. Then Simmons has the whereabouts to throw it off of Herrin. Marion basketball up three. This is what they did last night, Dad, with Waltonville, and what they did 2 broadcasts ago against Cahokia. They start out kind of feeling out the other team in a slow first quarter, and they really turn it on the second.
Well, again, that senior leadership, you're not getting rattled if you get down early. Stacy in the game now getting good minutes because early foul trouble for Reese Anthony, already with 3 fouls.
Simmons to the aforementioned Stacy. He sets up the Marion offense. Kicks to Curry, thought about the three, now shot fakes, gets a step into the basket. Quick first step for Cam Curry. The sophomore puts Marion up 5.
That first step of his makes some of those plays look easy when they're not.
Herrin is yet to score in this quarter. Falkenberry to try to change it with an open three, no good. Rebound Simmons. Cole walks it up. Herrin led 18-13. Marion on a 10-0 run. Stacy, wild shot goes. If Stacy's hitting those, you know it might be a good night.
So much depth among the Wildcat backcourt.
Much like we talked about in the girls' broadcast moments ago. Staples started hot, he's gone cold as Cole, I should say, guards him. Falkenberry now over to Estes, to Lukens. This is who Herrin needs to have the ball. Slicing to the basket, can't get it to go. Herrin still with the lid on their basket. Now Curry has his sights on a dunk. 14 unanswered for Marion. Dunks for Simmons and Curry, and this game is getting away from the Tigers. They can sense it, and they need a timeout. 30-second timeout. Sailor Shirts will be back right after this. Marion laying claim to bragging rights right now.
Want to know one of the best ways to show your Saluki pride? I'm Luke Martin, voice of the SIU Salukis and proud owner of a Banterra Saluki Visa debit card. Being able to use a Saluki branded debit card with no fees at more than 55,000 ATMs and special Saluki offers is a perk. Knowing that my transactions go towards supporting SIU is a win. Plus, Banterra is the bank that you want as a partner. Stop by a Banterra branch for details. Banterra is a proud supporter of regional athletics. Member FDIC.
The Wildcats on a 14-0 run here through the first 5 minutes of the second quarter. Herrin can't buy a basket. We'll see what adjustments Coach Shirts made during that timeout as Lukens guarded by Stacy. Stacy continues to be on the floor because of his defense, and he's also provided a spark offensively as well. Good to see Jared Stacy contributing again as he played a lot as an underclassman, but hasn't played much lately. Right on cue, he gets a steal, and it leads to a Rogowski layup. Rogowski gets in on the scoring. Marion on a 16-0 run. This is like how the game went when Herrin played Mount Vernon back at Memorial Gym, fresh off winning the HT. The 3A Rams from the South 7 took it to Herrin, and they're probably thinking, here we go again if they can't get something going. Here's a look at the Cam Curry dunk, an FCA instant replay. The second dunk of the game for the Wildcats, and the Wildcat bench was all fired up as the sophomore Cam Curry, who will play a big role in this team next year when these seniors graduate, made his presence known there as he kind of plays the six-man role right now behind those seniors. Cox lost it, jump ball, possession arrow, Herrin.
Well, to your point about Herrin taking on Mount Vernon, I mean, when you got Marion's schedule where they're playing the Mount Vernons in the South 7 Conference, and then the Marion Athletic Department and Coach Gillespie and Ryan Kadiski make sure that those non-conference games are equally challenging. The reason they don't have a spotless schedule is because they play a strong non-conference schedule too. It never lets up for Marion. Meanwhile, Herrin's got some kind of easier nights, and
even last night, Marion playing a 1A school in Waltonville. That team was 18-0 when they came in here and state ranked.
Number 3 in the state.
Yeah. And they gave Centralia all they wanted today. Centralia only beat Waltonville by 4 today.
Wow, says a lot.
Cam Curry up and in for 2, and he lets Jared Staple Jr. know about it. Cam Curry then picks up a foul, a little too excited. 9 points for Cam, and Herrin.
Yeah, Cam's got to keep. Yeah, he's being told by the coaching staff, use your head, keep it under control. I mean, there's emotion there, but he needs to keep his mouth shut and just keep playing.
As I was going to say, Herrin has still yet to score in this quarter.
Wow.
Marion pitching a shutout. They've really turned up the defense. They gave Waltonville all sorts of trouble with their pressure last night. Herrin with the freshman in. J.J. Gwaltney to try to take the lid off the basket. The left-handed three doesn't go. Stolen by Marion. Roper in the corner. Guarded by Gwaltney. Spinning. And he walked. Coach Shirts upset with something there with Kyrese Lukens. Coach Shirts trying to inspire his team, frustrated that they're yet to score in this quarter. They had a 5-point lead when this quarter started. Now they find themselves down 13. Staple, who started strong, kicks to Falkenberry. Now to Lukens, guarded by Stacy. Draws the foul, and Lukens will have a chance to end the run at the line as Lukens took whatever Coach Schertz was saying there to heart and drove right at the basket.
Well, yeah. And
forced the issue there as the referees are calling fouls. 4 on Marion, 1 for Herrin in this quarter. And Coach Schertz, I'm sure, begging Lukens to be more aggressive.
Yeah, and give Lukens credit. I mean, you saw right there that he's being challenged strongly by his coach. He just took it like a man, went down there, did what the coach told him to do, and kept his head about him. Misses that second free throw.
Just 1 of 2. So they briefly stopped the run. It was an 18-0 run before a Lukens free throw.
Lukens 5 of 6 from the line.
Curry right down the middle of the lane. Gets his own rebound and tips it in with the left hand.
Cam Curry's having a lot of fun.
11 for Curry. He's putting his name in the hat for Hub Recreation Center player of the game. Staple to try to get Herrin's first field goal. Falls down, shot doesn't go, rebound Roper. Stacy the other way, lost it. Possession now to Herrin as Marion will keep Simmons, Stacy, Curry, Rogowski, and Roper in for this next 32.8 it appears. Herrin wanted a foul.
Yeah, that's just it. Marion's done a lot of this with three reserves in the game.
Yeah, Kyan Cole, who had been playing really well, hasn't been in.
Reese Anthony out with foul trouble. Kyrese Lukens went down hard that time.
Lukens gets the foul there. They wanted a foul in the backcourt, but I'm sure Herrin will trade it here for 2 chances at the line. He would have shot anyways, I guess, as the 5th foul would have put him at the line in the bonus. Herrin without a field goal in this period. The only point they have, the lone point they have, was from Lukens at the line moments ago. See if he can hit both this time. Yes, on the first. Subs for the Tigers. Carter McCree will be in for the first time, a senior wearing number 0. And we've seen Rajon Price already, number 35, in. He's a rebounder, shot blocker, big man reserve off the bench for Coach Schertz. Lukens has all 3 of the Tigers' points, all 3 at the line, as it's a 12-point game, 33-21, and we'll see if Marion holds for 1 here as we approach the 10-second mark. Curry drives. Simmons alone in the left corner.
There it is.
Lukens' desperation heave doesn't go. And Marion heads into the locker room with a 15-point lead after outscoring Herrin 23-3. 20-point differential in the second quarter for the Wildcats. And the second quarter run again, much like last night. Last night against Waltonville, they outscored Waltonville 27-8 in the second quarter. Again today, the second quarter has helped Marion build their lead. We'll be back to recap the first half with our John A. Logan College halftime show. We'll have stats courtesy of Kemper CPA Group LLP right after a word from our sponsors.
Contact Kenya Garner for an auto quote today.
Hi, I'm Tyler Young with the Print Shop here in Marion. We're on the square. We just got done doing some perforated vinyl here at Swinford Publications. So this is the vinyl that you can see out, but people can't see in, and it gives a nice little look and feel to a number of different kinds of businesses. So come see us at the Print Shop. We're at 1112 North Carbon, next to AutoZone behind Hardee's.
Do you feel like your business is sinking in accounting and payroll work? Are business taxes and confusing technology dragging you down? Call the experts at Kemper CPA Group. We'll answer your questions and give you the tools to keep your business afloat.
You've been told you need to be seen by a urologist as soon as possible.
but the next appointment is 3 or 4 months away. You don't have to deal with the stress of waiting for your appointment or wait for a referral. You just need to call the Urology Institute in Marion, where no referral is needed. Dr. Hatchett prides himself on providing the best care for his patients, as well as state-of-the-art treatment options. At the Urology Institute, your health is important to their team. Pick up the phone and call the Urology Institute today.
Welcome you back. The coaches at Crown Brew getting coffee.
We're back here live at Wilson Gym. This is our Johnny Logan College halftime show where Marion leads Herrin 36-21 in this Williamson County bragging rights matchup. Looked like Herrin was up for the challenge after one quarter, Dad, but the Wildcats really pulled away in the second.
Yeah, both teams came out electric and playing hard and looking good. It looked like we're going to have a barn burner back and forth, but now that second quarter, I mean, let's take a look at these numbers already. From Kemper CPA Group, by the numbers, Kemper CPA has been so good to sponsor our statistics since we started Wildcat Game Day, and they're doing it here again tonight. Boy, the statistics tell the story. Marion trailing after a quarter, 18-13, but Herrin only able to get 3 points in that second quarter, all 3 by Kyrie Slukins at the free throw line. Luke 7 of 8 on the night from the free throw line, but that's all the points that he has, no field goals at all. He does lead Herrin with 7 points. Others scoring for Herrin tonight, Grady Cox with 6. Also 3 points for Maddox Billingsley, 3 for Chance Estes, 2 for Jared Staple, the Marion transfer. Started strong and has struggled a little bit since. Boy, he's had excuse me, those tough Marion guards in his face the whole time. Let's take a look at Marion's numbers. Again, they jumped from 13 up to 36 in that second quarter, outscoring Herrin 23-3. Big second quarter for Cam Curry to take over the leadership in scoring on the night. 11 points, 8 of them in the second quarter. Cam Curry off the bench, the sophomore, leading Marion with 11 points at the half. Kyan Cole, the senior, right there. Double figures again tonight, 10 already at halftime. Jared Stacy has 4, playing a lot of minutes due to the foul trouble Reese Anthony's in, starting guard with 3 fouls. Reese has no points and has had to spend a lot of the first half on the bench, but Jared Stacy stepping way up, playing well defensively and getting 4 points as well. Ethan Simmons, we talked about Ethan's report that we get some offensive output out of Ethan. Got a big dunk, got a big 3, has 7 points. Caden Rogowski, the senior, with 2, and Race Hickey, another senior center, with 2 now. Speaking of Rogo, I mean, we used to just, anticipate that Rogo would lead the Wildcats in scoring, would be one of their most important options. Rogo still the same player, still doing all the important things that he does on both ends of the court, but he's not forcing the issues. You got to give him credit for that. He's not in there looking for his points. He's in there getting into the flow of the game, and every night you got somebody stepping up. Again tonight, Kyan Cole, and joined by Cam Curry with double figures for Marion.
I'll also give a shout out to Jared Stacy. I thought he came in and played really well for Marion off the bench. An increased role for him than what he had earlier this season. Let's look at the upcoming schedule for these two teams. First, for the visiting Herrin Tigers. As I said earlier, they came into play tonight 19-4 overall, 5-0 in the River to River Mississippi division. Excuse me, the Ohio division of their conference. They will host Vienna on Tuesday. They will go to Murfreesboro next Friday. Or excuse me, they will host Murfreesboro next Friday. They will also have DuQuoin at home next weekend. And then they will go to Massac County the following weekend. They will host Mascoutah, Harrisburg, and Nashville to round out the regular season. Marion, on the other hand, they've still got some big matchups ahead, and we will be live for most of them. Let's go ahead and look at the upcoming schedule for the Marion Wildcats, and we'll talk about our live streaming plans for the rest of the season in the process. Coming up for the Wildcats, of course, next weekend they will host Carbondale. The Terriers will come in here to Wilson Gym. I believe we'll be live for that next Friday night when the Terriers come to town. Mount Carmel will be here next Saturday afternoon. We'll be live for that one as well. And on Valentine's Day, Centralia will come in for senior night. Marion also still has to host Mount Vernon and go to Mount Vernon. We're yet to see the Rams yet this season. And then Marion, I believe, will host the regional this year, or possibly the sectional. I'll have to look into that and get that for you on a future broadcast. But here tonight, the game at hand is a rivalry matchup with the Tigers. And if this is the halftime score is any indication, Marion on its way to Williamson County bragging rights as they are up 15 at the break. We'll step aside. This has been our Johnny Logan College Why Would You Go Anywhere Else halftime show. We'll be back with the second half Marion ball when we return. This is the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day.
At Legence Bank, we make it easy to achieve your financial goals. Working with small businesses, farmers, and individuals, we strive to be your partner in convenient, local, and personalized banking solutions. From investing in your priorities to helping our community grow, we're committed to making a difference at Legence Bank.
I always know I can count on the people at Legence to answer my questions and connect me to the services I need.
We have you covered with a range of fraud prevention tools to keep your accounts safe and secure. With real-time debit card alerts, advanced encryption, and card controls, you can stay one step ahead of fraud with these security features.
Legence Bank supports you on and off the field. Go Wildcats!
We're back here live at Wilson Gym. Marion ball to start the second half as they have the ball up 15. It's Simmons, Cole, Anthony, Rogowski, and Hickey, the five senior starters. Herrin with Billingsley, Estes, Lukens, Cox, and Staple Jr., their starters back in as well, also all seniors. Missed shot, offensive rebound, Rogowski. Swings to Cole. Cut off. Anthony slows the pace. We'll see if Marion really wants to take its time and milk the clock with such a big lead. Rogowski missed the layup and went in and out. And then the rebound off Marion goes to Herrin. And now Marion will pick up full court. Staple Jr. will walk it up, guarded by Cole. Now it's Lukens, guarded by Anthony. Anthony starts the second half with 3 fouls. He'll have to be careful, otherwise Cam Curry will probably replace him on the court quickly. Inside Cox, blocked by Hickey. Big race Hickey using his nearly 7-foot frame to alter that shot. Anthony now, Rogowski in the corner, alone for three. Caden Rogowski has been quiet this weekend, but he gets the three to go, and we'll see if he heats up now. Biggest lead for Marion, it's 18. Billingsley to Cox, to Lukens. Yet to get a field goal. All of his points have came at the foul line. Still can't get a field goal there as he missed. Chases down the rebound, but lost it out of bounds. Ball goes to Marion. Hickey alone, top the key. Now it's Cole, shot fake to Anthony. Now Rogowski, left hand dribble, cut off, spins, throws out to Cole, top the key. Behind the back pass to Hickey. We'll see if Aaron Price gets us a replay of that one as Cole with the behind the back dime to the big fella for two. On the other end, Hickey can't control it. Rebound through the hands of Rogowski to Lukens, who draws the foul, and he'll be back at the line where he has spent a lot of time tonight as he keeps going to the rim with a head full of steam. First free throw no good by Lukens as Marion's lead is 20. One of two for Kyrie's, who now has 8 points on the night. Cuts it to 19. Herrin going to pick up full court. But Marion beats it. Hickey, short corner jumper, no good. Rogowski, another offensive board, goes up over Staple. Hickey aboard, and Marion has dominated the glass tonight. 21-point Marion lead. Billingsley in front of the bench. Rims out. Anthony with it. And a foul called.
Yeah, Hickey didn't play that much in the second quarter because Herrin's just not that big, but tell you what, the big senior does everything you need your center to do. He's got that presence inside, a threat to block your shot, and I tell you what, anymore, when he gets his hands on a rebound, he knows how to get it back in.
Anthony walks it up. Swings to Simmons. He had a big dunk earlier in this game. Marion Maniacs in the Herrin student section exchanging some cheers back and forth. Simmons, backdoor play, gets Cole loose under the rim for two. Marion's ran that action a few times tonight and had success. Herrin's yet to catch on. 23-point Marion lead, and now a turnover, but a kick ball called, and Marion's coaches can't believe it. Billingsley will inbound in front of Herrin's bench. Lukens receives it in the backcourt. Staple will try the three, and he hits. His first field goal since the first quarter. He's now got 5. Back to a 20-point game. Marion handling the pressure well. Cole to Hickey. He thought about a dunk. Instead, he settles for a basket and a trip to the line. The shot did not go. I thought it was going to go. It just barely fell off the rim. When Hickey caught that ball, I thought he was going to go up for a two-handed flush. He did have one of those at Centralia. And Race Hickey's kind of a big game player. Hits the free throw at the line. He's got a soft touch for being 6'11".
Hasn't always been 6'11", of course, and it wasn't He started his basketball career long before he became a big man. That's
True.
the way I understand it.
True. Hits them both and gets a well-deserved break as Cam Curry comes in for him. Good second quarter for Race. Marion's faithful cheering him on as he heads to the bench as Marion holds a 22-point lead. Staple lost it. White jerseys on the floor. Cox, the lone black jersey on the floor, and he threw it away to Curry, and Curry.
Yeah, that was a travel.
Yeah, he double dribble or a travel, either way you want to look at it. He tried to split two defenders, kind of hesitated, picked his dribble up. That was the right call, even though Curry did not think so. And if Herrin's not careful, this game could turn into the way the girls' matchup ended. Herrin's going to need to start getting some offense quick. Staple to Estes, to Cox out on the Marion M. Dribble handoff, Billingsley. Wild shot, no good. Rebound tipped. Last touch by Lukens. Marion basketball as Curry will inbound in the corner. Herrin continue to pick up full court, but Marion hasn't had any issue with it. Cam Curry slicing and draws the foul on Staple Jr. right in front of the Marion Maniacs, and Cam Curry, also a big game player.
Yeah, as I said earlier, when Cam Curry gets a step on you, he just makes it look easy.
Curry takes his time, free throw, no good, rebound Billingsley. Herrin down 24, 3:33 to go here in the third, and a travel violation on the Tigers now, so both these teams getting a little sped up.
You know, in a lot of ways, this is a classic Herrin team. Not a lot of size, not a lot of height. Some good bodies out there, some good quickness. You always got a kind of a bowling ball like Billingsley there coming out, and then a lot of athleticism in one or two players. But then just some guys that are just basketball players, some hoopers that find their role and play it, and they've had a lot of success with this formula. And just because they're not close right now, and this game could still get tight again, but Herrin's got something going on with the way that their coaching staff and Coach Schertz knows how to use Herrin hoopers.
Lukens inbound, gives to Cox. Cox backs down Simmons, spins and can't get it to go, and there's just been a lid on Herrin's basket since the first quarter, Dad.
Yeah,
just
that was
7 points since the first quarter came to a close.
And you could just see it, their eyes just roll back in their head. But that was a nice, by Cox, that was a nice spin move to the basket that time. Just could not finish. Official having a little talk with Ethan Simmons right now. Not sure why.
Cox with 2 attempts. First one goes. 7 now for Grady Cox. Hits them both. 8 now for the senior.
The only thing that Herrin's had in the last 2 quarters that wasn't free throws was a 3-pointer by Jared Staple.
Simmons wanted another dunk, and he's fouled. And when Simmons drives at the rim, right now he's got one thing on his mind, and that is to dunk it in. Cole has 13, Simmons has 7, and Curry also in double figures with 13 as well, I believe. Is that what you've got as well?
Curry has 15. That's what I've got.
Cole has 10, okay. Scoreboard operator has
maybe
some of that. No, I think you're right. Simmons hits them both. Marion's going to use a 30-second timeout. They're up 24. It's 51-27 Wildcats. This is a bragging rights game brought to you by the Swinford Media Group and our other fine sponsors.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
We're back here live. Herrin ball linked to the floor to go. Marion's going to pick up full court, and this is what caused the issues in the last game, Dad.
Yeah, well, yeah, but Marion rightly should keep this pressing going because Herrin's got it in him to turn this back into a game. So, yeah, let's keep that pressure on if you're a Wildcat fan. Trapping.
3 white jerseys cut off. Lukens, who finds Falkenberry for the 3.
Wow, nice job by Lukens finding Falkenberry. Nice job by Falkenberry hitting the wide open 3.
I believe he is just a sophomore.
Simmons is going to get him another dunk.
Simmons with the dunk. Jackson Falkenberry is a 6-foot sophomore. But Ethan Simmons with the response on the other one. Just when Herrin thinks they're getting some sort of momentum.
There we go.
And here comes the Cam Curry Showtime dunk. The first half dunk was sweet by Simmons, but it's a little sweeter when it's in front of the Maniacs. And Stacy gets a little aggressive. He wanted to get in on the fun. But a 25-point Marion lead with a couple dunks as exclamation points. Scores table sorting something out. I think Herrin thought they might be in the bonus, but it's just 4 fouls for both teams, so we'll shoot on the next whistle either way. Marion playing the same sort of script they played last night against Waltonville. 2 really good teams, 18-0 Waltonville, 19-4 Herrin when they came in this weekend to Wilson Gym, but Marion showing they belong in the conversation for best teams in Southern Illinois as they have handled both Waltonville and Herrin this weekend. So there is the whistle I mentioned moments ago. It goes against Rogowski, and that puts Herrin at the line. The chance to cut into this 25-point lead. Herrin with just 2 field goals since the first quarter, right, Dad?
That's right. Yeah, just 2 3-pointers is it.
They have hit their free throws to their credit. Right now it's easier shooting into their own student section. Herrin's fans in all black, Marion's fans in mostly white. 1 of 2 there for Billingsley, and it's a 24-point Marion lead. Minute 10 to go in the third.
Herrin 11 of 14 from the line tonight.
Stacy to Curry, a minute to go, 9 minutes to go in this ball game. Simmons shows he can hit the 3 as well. He's more than just a dunker, and it's a 27-point lead now. Marion can get another 3 before this quarter ends. We'll have running clock in the 4th.
Wow.
We could have not predicted that the way the first quarter went. Lukens gets rid of it to Cox. Shot fakes. He wants to answer back with a dunk, and a foul prevents it as a heads-up foul by Anthony, and that is now 4 on Reese Anthony. And there's a look at the Cam Curry dunk. Lots of candidates for our play of the game in our post-game show at the end of this game. Cox missed the first.
So let me point out, as you're looking at our action, the far side from us is the visitor side of the court. So that's where all the Herrin fans are. They look pretty docile. It looks like a pretty boring place to be. But I'll tell you, this Marion side and the end zone where the Maniacs are, this feels great for these Wildcat followers. Herrin, of course, obviously disappointed in how this one's going. They came out in force tonight to support their Tigers.
Marion's going to hold for the last shot, leading by 26. Marion's bench calls out the play. Herrin in a man-to-man. Marion triggers the play. They wanted Rogowski on the curl. They can't get it to him. Instead, Simmons is going to fire a 3 at the horn. It doesn't go. And after 3 quarters of play, Marion in control in this bragging rights game. 58-32, Herrin ball to start the 4th when we come back after this word from our sponsors.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what Johnny Logan does for you.
Three hospitals, one shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
Go Wildcats.
Herrin ball to start the 4th, and they've got their work cut out for him, trailing by 26. And as energetic as the Tigers and their fan base was when this night started, they are equally as dejected now. But Kyrie Salukins gets his first field goal of the night, I believe.
That's right. Everything free throws before that. He's got 10 on the night now, 8 from the line.
Herrin right now just trying not to get running clocked. A little miscommunication there by Marion. Leads to a rare miscue since the first quarter. Marion had turnovers coming out and then really settled down. Had done a nice job taking care of the ball and being efficient on offense. Really getting anything they want from either lobs, dunks, transition dunks, threes. I mean, everything had been working for the Wildcats. Right now, they have gone a little stale, and it's a little harder to play as aggressive when you're up this much, and that's how it went last night against Waltonville. Here's another FCA instant replay courtesy of Aaron Price. That's an Ethan Simmons 3 moments ago to end the 3rd quarter. We're taking nominations for player of the game in the comments if you want to let us know down below who you'd like to see our player of the game be. Contact under the basket. They get Rogowski on the foul. He thought he was straight up. But the official there thought otherwise, and Maddox Billingsley will be at the line for 2 attempts, wearing number 24 in black, number 15 in black. Foul is on 24, Rogowski. As we've mentioned tonight, so many seniors both ways playing their last Marion Herrin rivalry game tonight, barring a unforeseen matchup down the road. But that would probably be on a neutral site. Hickey not a threat from out there, gives to Cole. He drives, thought he was fouled, no whistle. Here comes Herrin the other way, Kyrie Salukins to Falkenberry. Can't get it to go, rebound Hickey. Ahead to Simmons. Now Anthony trailing the play, playing with 4 fouls, hasn't scored, but has done a nice job beating the Herrin pressure.
Yeah, these Marion seniors not getting in a hurry, looking for a good shot. No reason not to, obviously.
Rogowski slashes in for 2. He's picked it up after a slow start. Referee just went down, tripped over Cam Curry at the table. And then a foul under the basket that the Marion fans didn't like. And they call that one on Hickey. Cox at the line, makes the first. Some Herrin fans starting to leave.
Checking in for the Tigers, number 1, Jared Staple. Number 11, Chance Estes. The 35, Rajon Price.
Subs both ways. We've got Rogowski, Anthony Simmons, Curry, and Cole. For Marion, Price, Estes, Cox, Staple, and Lukens. So Herrin with their starters in, Marion with their starters in, except for Curry replacing Hickey. Marion slowing the pace, up 23. Cole thought about it, now thinks better of it, gives to Curry, now Rogowski. Curry sets a down screen for Cole, who had an open 3 but passed on it. Now it's Curry, he's going to slice to the rim, wild shot doesn't go, and a foul. Foul on Price. We'll see it.
Yeah, if you're a defender trying to guard Cam Curry when he's driving to the basket, what are you going to do? He's so quick, he's so long. Could get the ball out there away from his body, away from you. What are you going to do but just take a swipe at it? It looks like he just could easily lay it right over the front of the rim every time. If he hits his free throws like he does, then gosh, what a career he still has ahead of him.
2 for Curry at the line. 25-point lead for the Wildcats. Staple Jr. back in for Herrin. He's just got 5, and now he'll head to the line for a chance for 2 more as he went down hard. Fouls on Roper, who just checked in. Misses the first. When he was facing the Maniacs earlier in this game, they had some words. Now he's shooting towards his own classmates. He makes 1 of 2. He's got 6. And the Marion lead is 24. Marion yet to get over that 30-point hump, so we have yet to have running clock like we did in the game before this when the Marion Lady Wildcats blew out the Herrin Lady Tigers, and a traveling violation on Curry. And here comes Staple Jr. the other way. Cox, cut off, out to Price. Staple lost it. Turnover for the Tigers, and the ball now goes to Marion. Sluggish kind of both ways here in the fourth quarter. Not as much energy in this gym as it was earlier. Curry still playing hard, dumps it to Roper, who finds his way into the scoring column. The quarterback on the football field, he'll tell you football's probably his better sport, but he still comes out for basketball. You gotta respect him being a multi-sport athlete. He'll play baseball this spring as well. Cox, a lone bright spot for Herrin tonight as he has 13 to lead the Tigers.
Yeah, and it's good to have a quarterback out there on the court. He's got a body. He's got some strength. He's got the strength between his ears too.
Yeah.
I mean, and as we've documented in your stories and others, the Roper family, a family of coaches, and so yeah, no wonder he gets the playing time. He's not as flashy, not quite as quick, not the shooter some of these guys are, but why wouldn't you want him out there with his IQ?
They say that was tipped, so Marion retains possession, and then Curry gets called for a push-off offensive foul.
So Jared Staple, you know, it's got to be a hugely disappointing night for him coming back.
Yeah, not how he probably scripted it up in his mind.
It's going to be important
on the bus ride over.
It's going to be important for the Tigers to let Jared shake this one off, help him shake this one off, and get back to business. He's had a good senior season with these Tigers, and he'll have the opportunity to finish it on a positive note no matter what, even with this disappointment tonight.
Kyrese Lukens has earned his keep at the foul line tonight, as he has 10 points and is at the line to try to make this back to a 20-point game.
Checking in for the Wildcats, number 2, Cole.
Cole in for Roper. We're yet to see Blake Blue or Junius Thomas tonight. Two guys that have been part of the rotation at points this season. But Coach Gillespie only going 8 deep tonight. And I wouldn't change a thing if I was coach, because Marion has looked really good this weekend. Probably some subs coming up as Herrin sends their reserves to the table.
JV boys matchup earlier this evening was a much closer game than this, but I'm afraid I didn't catch who won. I think Herrin may have.
Well, we'll see many of the
there they come.
Characters from that game for the next 3 minutes as they all check in. The seniors head to the bench both ways, so their chapter in this rivalry is probably through, as Marion will go to Roper, Blue, Thomas, Wesley, and Bates to finish the game. Herrin has Gwaltney, Falconberry, Price, Harper, Shoemaker, and Tanner Hall in to finish the game. We'll see if the coaches stick with this or if we see anybody else. Roper, the only one of this bunch that had seen minutes before they cleared the bench. But everyone now has played for Marion. The only other Wildcat sitting over there is Sam Adkins, who is now dressed. He's, of course, out for the season with an injury that I believe dates back to football season. Tanner Hall's going to walk it up. This game all but decided. The only thing still in doubt is the final score, as more Herrin fans find their ways to the exits. Falconberry inside to Price. Herrin's going to make this at least look a little more respectable, it looks up here, as they at one point were in jeopardy of losing by 30 plus, but it's just 18 now, as Roper, who has a basket in this game, sends it out to Blue, no good. He's had a cold shooting weekend for the Wildcats. Airballed a couple threes here last night against Waltonville. Falkenberry gets a screen from Price. Swing it to Hall. Cut off out to the freshman Gwaltney. Air ball. Out to Bates in transition. Marion's lead back up to 20. 70 seconds to go in this game. The reserves just trying to find their way into the score column. Harper Shoemaker hits a long three. 17-point Marion lead, and now Marion turnover under a minute to play. So Marion will improve to 17-4. Herrin will fall to 19-5 as they won't be able to pick up their 20th win this season. Blake Blue wanted to dunk it, but a good heads-up play there by Hall to make sure Marion didn't get another highlight on this highlight reel from tonight. There's been quite a few. But that won't be one of them.
Yeah, I can think of a lot of, going back to when I was growing up a Tiger fan, Memorial Gymnasium in Herrin. I can think of a lot of matchups. I think I did a Turning Back Time story about the blizzard of '79 when these two teams met the night the blizzard came in. Get names like Baumgart, Dempsey Elders, Mark Fisher played for the Wildcats on that team. Friend of ours that many of you know. A lot of great games. I don't think there were too many of those games had 4 dunks in them. And just a whole different level of basketball being played these days. So many of these players play through the summer. Some of these players competing for college opportunities, and real good basketball being played right here in deep Southern Illinois.
Foul on Roper. He's got his money's worth tonight. He has 4 fouls. Harper Shoemaker at the line to try to get Herrin over the 50-point mark. No good on his first try. Maniacs still going strong.
Well, these Tiger students down here have not left. They're still standing there doing their thing. Good for them.
Marion with a chance to dribble it out if they want. It looks like they will. Benji Bates over to Blake Blue. Now Roper holds it. 20 seconds on the clock. Coach Shirt says, please don't foul. And it looks like 66-50 will be the final. $66-50 the final. Marion claims the bragging rights over their biggest rival, the Herrin Tigers. And they complete the sweep here tonight in the varsity contest at least. Marion defends its home court. The Wildcats improve to 17-4. The Tigers fall to 19-5. We'll be back to recap it with our Deaconess Illinois Medical Center postgame show. Aaron Price will have some postgame interviews. We'll recap the stats from Kemper CPA Group LLP. As the Maniacs storm the court to celebrate with the Wildcats. We'll name our player of the game, our Black Diamond thrilling moment of the game. And we'll talk about the schedule ahead when we come back.
Hi, Wildcat fans. I'm Brad Poole, president of the Watermark Auto Group. I invite you to come experience the fastest, friendliest, and fairest car buying in our little corner of the world. Our friendly sales representatives will provide you in writing with our best price, trade value, monthly payments, all within minutes of your request. No pressure, no hurdles, no tricks, and no surprises. Experience the Watermark difference for yourself. shopping at Watermark Ford Hyundai or Watermark Nissan of Marion. Fast, friendly, fair. That's Watermark.
We want to help students when they come right out of high school, but we're also here for the adults. After high school, I went to my local community college, and after my first semester, realized that I wasn't quite ready to go to college. And I went back to work in construction for roughly about 15 years. And at the same time, I took classes at community college. It's this idea that you can go back to school at any time for anything, and that's what a community college does for you. That's what John A. Logan does for you.
Three hospitals, one shared vision. Welcome to a new era of care as we introduce Deaconess Illinois Crossroads, dedicated to elevating healthcare for Southern Illinois. From Heartland Regional to now Deaconess Illinois Medical Center, driven to provide you with the highest quality care every single day. And Union County Hospital is now proudly Deaconess Illinois Union County. All combine innovation with compassion, where your health is our #1 priority. Join us as we redefine healthcare together.
Go Wildcats.
Oasis Home Center is Southern Illinois' premier showcase for the largest selection of the best appliances, flooring, cabinets, and more. Visit Oasis Home Center, where inspiration meets unbeatable value. Explore our showroom and discover why we're the region's trusted choice for home upgrades. The Oasis experts offer up to 4 years interest-free financing and no money down options on the area's greatest choice of manufacturers. Oasis Home Center in Marion. Online anytime at oasishomecenter.world.
It's the Mattress Mania sale going on now at Anderson's family of stores. For 1 week only, all bedding is on sale. Plus, get same-day delivery on most mattresses, a 90-day sleep guarantee, and up to 5 years interest-free financing. So you can rest assured you have the perfect mattress no matter what. From the Mattress Mania sale going on now at Anderson's family of stores.
Anderson's Furniture and Mattress, home of the savings giant.
Marion Maniacs are celebrating a 66-50 win over their rival Herrin Tigers. Lots of emotions in this gym now, both good and bad, as emotions started high. The fan bases were both equally represented and fired up for this latest chapter in this bragging rights game. And for the first quarter, they had it lived up to the billing as Herrin led 18-13. But Marion used a huge run in the second quarter, 23-3 run. Only 3 free throws from Kyrie Slukins. At one point, it was 18 unanswered points for the Wildcats. Ethan Simmons had a big dunk that really shifted the momentum, got Marion really energized and juiced. And after that, it was pretty well all Wildcats, and they could have named the score if they wanted to. They kind of took their foot off the gas down the stretch and ended up being just a 66-50 final. But overall, I think with state-ranked Waltonville in 1A and 19-4 Herrin in 3A coming into Wilson Gym this weekend, I think Coach Gillespie will be happy with the results.
He's got to feel real happy about the results. You know, these are the kind of games that if we had a 5-point game, 2-point game, even a 10-point game, I think you could make an argument that if this game had been taking place in Herrin, if that was the case, that it could have gone either way. But it's pretty decisive tonight, showing that the Wildcats are at a very special place with a very special team. When you take on Herrin, as they've been in recent years under the coaching of Sailor Shirts, and you can control them from the second quarter on the way they did tonight. Marion's got a special team. I keep saying it, folks. You know, you've only got so many opportunities to get to see them in person. If you haven't, of course, we'll keep doing our best to bring some of these games to you on Wildcat Gameday. But get out and see this team. This is one I think we'll remember. We'll talk about this team. This team has an opportunity to do well in a regional, win a regional. Do well in the sectional. Gosh, wouldn't it be neat to get back to a super sectional or whatever they call it these days?
Yeah.
And get to that level of state that
Marion's been there once under Gillespie.
Were there early in Gillespie's years here, and to get back there again. you could see it all over this team that they've got the pieces for that. They've got super guard play, super high pressure, high scoring players on the perimeter, and they've also got the inside pieces that you want, and those forwards that can hit the threes, hit the shots, and the bench play again tonight.
If you want to run, Marion can run. If you want to play in the half court, Marion can play in the half court.
Yeah.
So the future looks bright, and as I mentioned last night, this is a Marion team that got off to a 1-2 start, and in that first week. So since that point, Marion is 16-3 since that opening week at Taylorville in that turkey tournament, and they have, outside of Centralia, beat everyone else in our area on their schedule. Their only losses at Taylorville and Rochester are teams that they probably weren't as familiar with as they would have liked, and it showed maybe with the results. When Marion has a chance to prepare, when they're familiar with their opponent, they know what to do. And this weekend especially, they rolled the 2 wins over teams that came into this weekend. A combined 37-4, Waltonville and Herrin. And Marion ran both of them out of Wilson Gym.
4 losses on the season, 4 losses against quality opponents. Every loss, every close win has been a learning experience, and you can just see every time we come back to do another Marion game, man, they are that much better, and they are that much more confident. Cayenne Cole plays with so much confidence now. Started the season strong as a senior. We were a little concerned about that ankle. He hasn't hesitated, and boy, now he attacks, and then when the other team's point guard's got it, he is in his face. He's poking, he's stealing. We talk about the points he's had the last couple of nights, but man, how many steals has this kid got to have for the season, and all the guards the same way. So good on them. Good fun team to watch, and throwing 4 dunks on the night. And gosh, what else do you need?
Let's go ahead and name our Hub Recreation Center player of the game. Quickly go down the stats, powered by Kemper CPA Group LLP.
Yeah, thanks Kemper for their sponsorship. Leading the way for the Wildcats, Cam Curry off the bench, sophomore guard. Just 3 in the first quarter, but then poured it on. Of course, didn't play much in the fourth. Finished with 19 points on the night. Right there with 14 was Ethan Simmons, the senior. Another good night from Ethan, including a couple dunks, a couple of big, important threes. Cayenne Cole, the senior we were just talking about, another double-point night for him after the big night last night. 12 points for Cayenne tonight. Also scoring, Caden Rogowski, the senior, right there, 7 points. Grace Hickey, another senior with 8 points. Others, Jared Stacy had 4, and Callahan Roper had 2. Jared Stacy, as we mentioned earlier, important minutes for him. Important production on both ends of the court from Jared Stacy tonight, as Reese Anthony spent the night in foul trouble. For Herrin was led by Kyrese Lukens, but only one of Kyrese's buckets was a field goal. Everything else was free throws. Ended up making a lot of free throws, but 12 points on the night. Excuse me. Grady Cox actually led the Tigers with 15. Good job by Grady tonight. He looked good. 6 points for Jared Staple, the Marion transfer, who had to be disappointed in how tonight turned out. Maddox Billingsley with 5, and then Chance Estes with 3, as did Jackson Falkenberg had 3, Rajon Price had 3, and I think that's it. Harper Shoemaker, 4 points on the night.
So all that taken into consideration, it's now time to name our player of the game. Dad, last night I went with Cayenne Cole. Who are we going to go with tonight?
Well, I think that the difference maker, obviously you see it. You see his production, 11 points in the second quarter, or actually 8 points in the second quarter, getting 11 at halftime. Coming off the bench, sparking the runaway was Cam Curry, the sophomore. That's my vote.
Cam Curry, our Hub Recreation Center player of the game. Congratulations to Cam. He'll be announced on the Hub Recreation Center social media pages this next week. He'll also receive a special gift package from the Hub at the end of the season. And we'll honor all of the winners dating back to football season at the end of the school year. So thanks to the Hub for their continued support. They have sponsored that promotion since the beginning as well. And we have one more thing to do before we sign off, and that's name our Thrillville thrilling moment of the game. Lots of highlight dunks, lots of big celebrations, a couple big threes, a couple nice shots in the half court. But here is our play of the game, brought to you by the Black Diamond family of businesses. Sticking with the theme, it's a Cam Curry dunk. A Cam Curry night tonight here at Wilson Gym. The sophomore in a game dominated by so many seniors, two teams that started to combine 10 seniors. It was the sophomore stealing the show, Cam Curry, providing our play of the game as well. The Black Diamond family of businesses, of course, include all of the Oasis businesses, Krispy Kreme Donuts, Mountain Dew Park, Black Diamond, Harley Davidson, and RV, and all of the newest developments out there around the mall, including the sports complex that they continue to work on in the Starbond district.
Hey, let me mention this. So this has been a busy weekend here at Cuss Wilson Gym, including extra games today with the girls playing JV and varsity as well as the boys. Our hearts are going out to the secretary to Ryan Gadisky, the assistant to Ryan Gadisky, the Marion Athletic Director, his assistant, our friend Tiffany Hamoya, and her family had suffered a house fire on Sunday, suffered a lot of devastating losses. You actually said you saw her here last night on the job working, and that's so Tiffany. She knows how hard Ryan was going to have to work this weekend, and she got herself to work and did her job in the midst of a very, very tough time. There is a GoFundMe page set up for the Hamoya family. Go to the Marion Athletics page on Facebook. We've shared it as well on the Marion Star Facebook. You can find your way to that GoFundMe page. Tell Tiffany how much you appreciate her. We honored Tiffany. We've talked to her through our Coaches at Crown Brew Getting Coffee podcast. I know when we talk about the Pink Out fundraising that she and others do every year for those battling cancer, and that's just one of 1,000 things that Tiffany does for this school, for these students, for this athletic program, and this athletic program is in a great place. And one of those reasons is that Tiffany's been on that job so consistently, so well for so long. Find your way to that page and help the family out a little bit. They're up against it, and we appreciate you thinking of her and the Hamoyas tonight.
Well, that will about do it for another production of the Marion Stars Wildcat Game Day live stream. We've enjoyed these two streams this weekend. We hope you enjoyed watching them as much as we have enjoyed bringing them to you. If you need something else to watch this weekend, I encourage checking out the latest Coaches at Crown Brew Getting Coffee podcast. Mike Reese, the voice of the SIU Salukis, was Coach Martin's guest. That now is posted to our YouTube channel, and wherever you find your podcast, be sure to check that out.
It's a great interview.
Great interview, and so many of those. If you're behind on those podcasts, find a time on a drive to catch up with what Coach Martin is doing on those podcasts. Great work from Ross and Abby, continuing to produce those week after week with the help of Coach Martin over at Crown Brew. We'll be live next weekend when the Carbondale Terriers come to town. Mount Carmel will also be here Saturday afternoon for a non-conference game. We'll have all the action for you next weekend here on the Marion Star Facebook and the Swinford Media Group YouTube channel. William Bateman and Sheila Burns will have print coverage in our newspaper when that comes out next week as well. For Bill Swinford, Ross Swinford, Abby Collum, and the rest of our Swinford Media Group team, Aaron Price was here as well. I'm Riley Swinford signing off following a 66-50 Marion win over the Herrin Tigers. We'll see you next weekend.
Presented by Swinford Media Group. Get ready for an electrifying Wildcat Game Day. Powered by our incredible sponsors. Watermark Auto Group. John A. Logan College. Black Diamond Harley Davidson. Moreland-Bishop McDonalds. Deaconess, Illinois Medical Center. Anderson's Furniture and Mattress. Chick-Fil-A of Marion. The Hub Recreation Center. Legence Bank. Kemper CPA Group. Banterra Bank. The Illinois Army National Guard. The Bank of Herrin. SIU Credit Union. State Farm Kenya Garner. SouthernTrust Bank. Wellness Unlimited. First Southern Bank. Clark Natural Stone LLC. Wit Wisdom. The Print Shop at Pieces of Learning. Anderson Boys Trash Service. Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Marion Plumbing LLC. Urology Institute.